Hey YouTube, Jason here. Wanted to tell you about my favorite pick for acoustic guitars. This is the one that I've used for years. Um, and I actually came about it in a different way. See, my hands, I don't feel picks very well. Um, here's what I mean by that. I can feel the picks, but I just apparently have a natural habit for losing them. I know all of you do because you talk about it all the time. Where do the picks go? I buy a dozen of them or whatever, and then they're all of a sudden gone. I have a natural habit for dropping them everywhere. I'll be playing on stage, and every pick that I got, they'd slide right out of my hands. They're gone. I mean, if you look at my mic stand, I keep an atrocious amount of them on there. I keep a lot of them on my guitar. They're just gone. So I started using the star picks. You know what I'm talking about probably. Star picks, they got like these stars in the middle cut out to where your fingers can hold onto them better. I used those for a while and they still weren't cutting it because I use a relatively thin pick. I don't use thins, but I kind of use like a medium gauge pick. And they broke. Because the hole that's in the middle of them, they broke. And all of a sudden, I was playing with Matt Maher one time, and Matt used these picks, and I just absolutely love them. I fell in love with them. So here are the picks that I use. These are Herco. I use the Flex 50. They're nylon. They're made in the USA. Let's see if we can see these. These are just nice little Herco picks. And they're nice. They're nylon, but here's the deal about them. I don't know if you can see it or not. The camera's probably not going to pick it up too well. But these guys have these ridges on the top. So as you're holding it at the very bottom of it, the bottom half of it is really smooth, but the top of it is ridged. And it gives you just good pressure to where as you're holding onto it, it's got ridges. And the ridges are nice too as well, because there's another pick that I use on electric guitars that have ridges too as well. And they're the same exact picks that the Edge uses on from U2. And he uses that on a lot of his tone and his sound because you can turn them over and use those edges and get a real distinct sound against rubbing against the strings. These picks can be used in that way too as well. So these are the picks that I love using. So if you want to, grab yourself some Herco's Flex 50. They're not too gosh darn expensive. So go out and grab yourself some. I highly, highly, highly recommend these too as well. If you've got a favorite pick, let me know. I'd be happy to try those out if there's something that you think can kind of fill this kind of boat. Like I said, I used stars for a while until these guys came along. So if there's something else that you would recommend, let me know in the comments what you recommend as far as your favorite pick, and I'd love to hear from you on that. As always, make sure to like, ring that bell, make sure you got all your notifications on, and subscribe to the channel too as well. We'll see you next time.